The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network. Any questions or concerns about what is said should be directed to the show host, whose information will be provided upon request.
Well, good evening. Hope everybody's having a great evening. My name is Matt Stevens, and I am the chairman of the Fatherhood Initiative and Mentoring Committee for the Corridor 4 in 2nd District for the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm also a member of the ETA Pi chapter in East Orange, New Jersey, and I was made with the new Beta Beta chapter in spring '96. Tonight, I have a phenomenal conversation with two gentlemen from two phenomenal institutions, two chapters that are doing phenomenal work, that have an outstanding history in the state of New Jersey and in this great fraternity that we're in. I'm really excited to have them. The Corridor 4 is looking to lead the fraternity in the number of mentoring programs and the quality of work that we do with young people. And these two groups that we're going to be identifying tonight are working in their first year in developing these programs. And so I'd like to introduce from the Mother Pearl, that being the initial chapter in the state of New Jersey, Basileus of that chapter, our brother James Brewer. Brother Brewer, welcome tonight.
Thank you, Brother Stevens, and hello, everyone, and welcome to my colleague, my peer, Brother Jay Jackson. So I'm grateful to be on tonight. I'll just start off with a little bit about myself. This is my first tenure as Basileus, so I want to do an excellent job, and part of that is making sure that through Corridor 4 we have a mentoring program to service the needs of our youth. I grew up in Jersey City, not too far from where I'm also a principal, and I work in the city where I grew up. Been influenced by Omega Men since I was old enough to go to the YMCA, bring back some memories for those when they had swim class. Joe Rouse was my inspiration for becoming a member of Omega Psi Phi. We are located in the heart of Newark, New Jersey. We are serving right now two schools that we're just starting conversations with in Newark, and my school in Hudson County. So it's a dual role, but we primarily want to serve students in Essex County. So it's a two-phase approach as we are in the genesis stage of getting this up and running under the direction and tutelage of Matt Stevens. One is to deal with the adult perspective as we put together the mentoring framework. The other part is attracting the mentors, identifying them, training them. We go to Brother Stevens for that. Create virtual trips, trainings, and workshops. Thus far, we're partnered with the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, the County Prosecutor's Office, and the Drug Enforcement Agency, and some other organizations, all of which have umbrellas in those particular organizations. So we're proud to work with them, as well as New Lander, which is the chapter in Jersey City, who's been instrumental in helping. From the student perspective, we're looking at sharing local history, which is rich. In Bergen Lafayette, we were a self-contained community, and as I recently found out, we have our own bank. So getting the students aware of the area that they're in, education that is taking place, so that they have an idea of the richness, the vastness of the community, building up their academic experience. Developing students will have to develop portfolios, early college awareness activities, bringing parents as partners, and helping the students to interact with peers in an appropriate manner. And so that's where we are right now, brother.
You turn the heat down a little
bit.
That
is some great stuff, brother. Well, we'll be coming back and forth because, as I indicated, we're looking to have a great conversation tonight. And so from the Jersey Shore, we have our good brother Jackson. Jay Jackson, could you tell us a little bit about what the brothers at the Jersey Shore, the great Phi Upsilon chapter, is doing these days?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jay Jackson. I represent Phi Upsilon chapter, known as the Jersey Shore Brothers of Omega SciFi. We're primarily the main, especially in Central, a Jersey Shore asset. And those listening, we're out there. The Phi Upsilon chapter focuses on Ocean and Monmouth County. I like to say that again, specifically Ocean and Monmouth County. And as Brother Brewer said, we're really just getting this started. And I'm the chairperson for it, and I'm looking forward to really, our program is built around our cardinal principles. For those of you on the podcast that don't know them, they are manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. And that is our focus. So we're trying to develop men. We're looking to help educate our community. We're looking for the perseverance, which is really focused on, getting through things. And then most importantly, in life, you need someone to lift you up when you're down. And that's one thing that's important with Omega SciFi. Currently, we have a agreement. We're working with the Boys and Girls Club in Asbury Park, New Jersey. They're going through the pandemic right now, as well as everyone else, and they're working virtually trying to get their involvement back, because obviously that's an in-person thing, and they're working on the transition of trying to get virtual. But that's not stopping us. So we have a contact there, and we're working with them. We also are fortunate. I'm a Piscataway graduate, so let me just step back a little bit and tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm a born and raised Jersey guy, went to high school, Piscataway, New Jersey, was fortunate to play a little football there, even fortunate to win the second state championship at Piscataway. I attended Cheney University, the first HBCU in the U.S. While at Cheney, after I realized that I wasn't that fast to continue football, I initially actually joined the JROTC program, the ROTC program at Cheney. And then also Omega came to me. They sort of happened at the same time. And the Brothers of Omega represented great leadership at the university, and something I gravitated to. So I pledged at Cheney University in 1985, and I've been 30 years in the fraternity. So I'm a military man. I'm a retired colonel. I'm here to mentor men in Ocean Monmouth County, but if you need mentoring on military or anything about the armed services, I'm here for you from that aspect. And currently, I'm a JROTC Army teacher at Lakewood, New Jersey. And many of you probably heard about Lakewood with all the pandemic news and all that. But I can tell you, Lakewood's a great community. We got a great school system, and we're making it happen. So those are really my key opening points. And if anyone is in the Ocean or Monmouth area and you have a need, feel free to reach out, put your information in, and we'd love to partner with you from that standpoint. So those are my opening comments, and let's continue the dialogue.
Great. Good stuff, brother. Well, Brother Brewer, as Brother Jackson kind of highlighted his military background, we're really looking forward to doing some things. Specifically, we want to do some road trips when this COVID is over. So we want to take some of the boys from Newark, who's never really been to the Asbury Park, the Long Branch Beach, down there to really kind of enjoy the beach. And from some of the young people that is a part of the Jersey Shore community, they've never really had an opportunity to do anything in Newark. We have the stadium there. We have the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, all kinds of stuff. But then we're a rock throw away from Manhattan. So there's a bunch of stuff for us to kind of get done in these road trips. But I specifically wanted to focus on the work that you're doing, as you're a lifetime educator and a principal in one of the schools in the North Jersey area. Could you tell us a little bit about that? And specifically from an educator's perspective, why do you think mentoring is so important and needed today?
Well, thank you, Brother Stevens. Excellent. So we're in the heart of Bergen Lafayette. We have an 86% free and reduced population. So that means high poverty in the surrounding community, high crime, low educational attainment. And given these landmines, if you will, that so easily beset a lot of people in these particular circumstances, it behooves us to have mentors to guide them around these pitfalls, through the pitfalls, get a plan and move forward, as well as interact with people of like mind who have A, their best interests in mind, B, want them to be successful, C, obviously, hopefully, men of Omega, but if not, at least we know that we are put our hand to the work of helping students to be productive. As far as getting down to the shore, that would be great. There's a former well-known journalist here in Jersey City who unfortunately passed away. A historian in Jersey City, Earl Morgan, said a lot of our students, their lives are focused within a 10-block radius. So some students may go down to Liberty State Park and not realize where they are, or that they're looking across the way at New York City. So for them to get out of their element and have access and opportunity to brothers in other areas, whether it be the shore or interacting, it would be a great thing. We work diligently, Dr. Lena Edwards, to make sure that we provide some of these services to our students, some of which we have already done organically. And it's been a tremendous help to our parents. Most recently, there were 2 shootings in the area. It impacted my family. There was a horrific fire that made the news in New Jersey as well. My parents were and my students were impacted with that. So this is codifying an organic process to make sure that we lead students through the pipeline to success as opposed to the pipeline to prison.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Brother Jay, one of the gems that is located there at the Phi Upsilon chapter is Brother James Weldon Brown. He's the Pi brother and brings a wealth of experience and knowledge to everything that we do in this fraternity. I'd be remiss without giving honor and props to Brother Brown because he's a mentor of mine, not just in the fraternity, but just in manhood generally. I bring his name up specifically because he was responsible for helping Phi Upsilon develop a relationship with the Black Pilots Association and giving young children an opportunity to learn how to fly down there in the Central Jersey area. Our hope is that we can get some of the brothers from the Newark chapter. They have the Newark Airport right there. They might even just be able to go to Newark Airport and fly down. If the timing is right, through the Black Pilots Association. Are you familiar with some of the work that was being done by Upsilon, that particular mentor program? And do you guys see that coming back when this COVID situation leaves us?
Well, Brother Stevens, first of all, appreciate you sharing Brother Weldon's Brown's name with me. I think I've heard on one of the recent meetings about the pilot opportunity within Phi Upsilon. And I think one of the things that we can do really is leverage the strengths and the relationships of where each of these chapters are. Just like you said, we have a lot of young men in the city of Newark that maybe never been to the beach. They've never been, beyond Newark. And I think this is a great way to partner with Upsilon Phi on that relationship and get that going. But specifically to your question, this is also going to ignite in myself more dialogue and more connections that I need to, you know, as they say, we got to shake the leaves to get where we need to go. And I think there's a lot of opportunity with reaching out for Brother Brown and the pilot's opportunity, specifically with that. Even for myself, I was thinking several years ago when I was in Pennsylvania, and during a trying time in my life, I just partnered with the county prosecutor's office and was doing some veteran mentoring. You know, so they had a program whereby if you were a veteran, you were in trouble, they let the fellow veterans mentor them. And we went, these weren't hard crime, but just people that got a little bit lost. And we did that. So it's really, you're giving me some additional ideas, I think, because we're just really scratching the surface in terms of trying to build the foundation from that standpoint. I think some of you guys know Brother Woody from Phi Upsilon, and his wife is a member of an organization called the Drifters. So we're trying to connect with them. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I did mention that I grew up in Piscataway, and I've connected with them to reach across because they're going to have a mentoring program as well. So it's a dual hat for me. I'm from Piscataway, and I'm obviously a man of Omega and follow those principles. So we're offering that up as well as another connection. But the thing is, we can't let the COVID stop us from developing and mentoring the men because they all need it. And lots of kids are out there, whatever the situation is. We're not here to judge your child. What we are here to do is reach out. We want you to look at us. We're standing up and we're reaching down. If you need help, our hand is down, so you can reach up. And then at the same time, we're also reaching up if you can help us. So it's a two-way street in terms of communication and mentoring. But most importantly, if there's any moms and dads on here, we need parental involvement. That's very important because what we don't want to do is, have discussions with your son, your child, and say, hey, I'm going to do this, and you're not aware of it. So we're looking for a definite partnership so that there's no confusion in terms of what our intentions are. And one of the initiatives that we already have in place, although we haven't started with Phi Epsilon, we're going to launch with a book club initiative. So we've already identified 4 books that we're going to use. And hopefully in the near future, once we get Asbury Park up and running with a few students, that's going to be one of our launching points, so we can teach these young men, read with confidence and have the discussion about the book. So we're excited about what we're doing, and definitely excited, Matt, about your leadership. Continue to provide that guidance because, in Omega SciFi or in life, it takes a village to raise a child. I look at myself as a child of the mentoring program, even though I'm level 57. I don't tell too many people that, but I don't go by age anymore. I go by levels. So the youth always have something to catch up to. So I'm level 57 at this time. So with that, that's where I'm at. And I think, there's a great opportunity for us to excel and grow the program.
Oh, man. Well, some of the things that that we're going to be able to do together, the ETA Pi chapter is actually creating a program called the Omega Little Libraries. We are providing books that were donated from Barnes & Noble in addition to bookcases that we're giving chapters that are interested in making that thing happen. Just as you were talking, I thought about a phenomenal connection that's already there between Jersey City and Asbury Park. A really, really, really good brother named Rashawn Adams is a administrator in the Asbury Park Public Schools. And if you look on the 2nd District website under the mentor area, that is a picture of Brother Wesley Mayo teaching boys how to tie a tie at Brother Adams' school. And so you spoke about parent engagement. I wanted to just reach over to Brother Brewer because I know he is familiar with the importance of parent involvement. Brother Brewer, this weekend or last weekend, worked diligently to support the ETA Pi chapter video game tournament. He reached out to some phenomenal parents that helped get us some kids to participate. And so parent engagement is really important. From the principal perspective, Brother Brewer, could you tell us or just kind of reinforce why you think it's so important for parents to be actively involved in this mentor process? Brother Brewer?
Hopefully you can hear me now. First, I want to thank Brother Jay Jackson for serving our country and retiring as a colonel at level 57. Obviously, his wisdom is much needed. And so thank you, Brother Jackson. As far as the reinforcing, Brother Jackson mentioned that parents are pivotal. They are crucial. Parents are guiders. They are leading. And then eventually, they help our children launch from the nest. And so we are here to support that development of parents with their students to help students make good choices, to help parents. A lot of my parents are single parents and they are just at their wits' end. They're good people, but what do? I don't know what to do. I don't have any connections. So it's a matter of helping parents with resources, supporting them, and especially with social emotional, especially now that we're in this pandemic. A lot of parents are emotionally at their wits' end, providing for family, guiding students, trying to do homework with students online. So that's just some of the low-hanging fruit that we want to do with parents and get them involved in the education process and be partners with them so we can help see their students through the elementary, the high school, and college experience.
Oh, thank you, brother. Well, with parent engagement, what the corridor is really starting to focus on, we actually have now a forum for single mothers raising boys. Last week, we produced a workshop called Black Boys and Special Education. We had a sister from Newark who was an MSW talk to parents about how to prepare for the child study team, as well as why it's important for your child to receive an IEP. It was a great workshop, and she provided all kinds of information. I'll be sharing that link with you, brothers, so that in the hopes that you have parents that in your programs that need help with special education, they can use those resources in that regard. So our goal is to try to do a monthly workshop for single mothers raising boys, because those are the people that we're actually serving. And so we have about 7 minutes left in this session. I don't want to wait all the way to the end to kind of give out information. So, Brother Jackson, how can kids actually join the ETA Pi, the Phi Upsilon mentoring program? Is it a website? Is it a Google form? Is it a phone number? If a child is interested in joining your mentor program, give us some direction on where they go to sign up.
Well, let's keep it simple right now. So if you're listening to the podcast, first thing, let's go back to old school communication. Just call me. We'll start there. So call me at 908-377-167. If you call me, I'll provide my email, that dialogue, but I'll put my email out there. It's the letter J, the letter S, my last name Jackson, jsjackson52@gmail.com. And then the third method, if you type in Jersey Shore Q's, you will see Phi Epsilon's page, and then there's a contact tab for to reach out for us. But we're our hands are open and our hearts are here, ready to help mentor Ocean County. So feel free, please, to reach out for the Omega SciFi to help you with your needs in terms of mentoring in Ocean and Monmouth County.
Great. Now, the Jersey Shore Bros, you'll be creeping up on 70 years soon, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir. 1952. Exactly, which is a great number, that 52. I love 52. That's a whole nother story.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Brother Brewer, same question. What year is Upsilon Phi in, and how can young people or parents sign up for your mentor program?
So Upsilon Phi, the mother pearl, meaning the first recognized chapter in the state, 1927. So we're pushing up to 95 and looking forward to that 100 in 2027. As far as being involved with our mentoring program, right now we're in the pilot stages involving 2 schools, one in Newark, one in Jersey City. And as far as all of the standard operating procedures, the forms that go along with it, that's in progress right now. We are creating that production framework, if you will, for getting pre-recorded videos out and a live introductory chat within those 2 schools with the organizations I mentioned, prosecutor's office, some police officers, and as well as some other entities that deal with social emotional learning. And so once we get past the pilot phase, then we would look to branch out. But right now it's localized, helping these students. But as you know, once you reach 1, the tentacles go far and wide, but that's where we're starting.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, I want to make sure that you don't start from scratch. There's a brother right down the street from where you guys meet. His name is Thomas Owens, and he runs the Newark Mentor Newark. I'm going to send you his link, and I'm going to make an email and a text introduction. Thomas Owens has the template for your standard operating procedure manual, so you don't have to recreate it. That's what they do. They're an organization that is actually funded by Cory Booker's office, and their goal is not to do mentoring. Their goal is to support mentor programs. They're located right on Broad Street, and Thomas Owens is a really good friend of mine. He's a groove brother, but we'll have to accept that flaw in his character. But he is such a good man, and he's going to help us to help ensure that all of our chapters have a standard operating procedure manual to follow. So when we get off the line, I'm going to make a text introduction, and then I'll make sure in the morning that you guys are able to connect. Closing out, brothers, we have 2 minutes. If you could, Brother Jackson, if you could take 1 minute to just kind of any closing remarks, that would be great.
In closing, I want to thank those that have taken the time to get on and listen to the brothers here of Omega SciFi. We are about social action. We are about bridging the gap, and we're here for you. Please don't hesitate. If you see anybody with that purple and gold on, we're about mentoring young men, scholarships to the community, and mentoring. So feel free to reach out for us, and we'll definitely make it happen for your personal situation.
Great, Brother Brewer. That leaves you 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's a tough act to follow. So listen, we want to help students understand that their attitude is going to determine their altitude, help them to get a good game plan, meet with people who want to support them, help them lift their wings, and come back and do what we're doing in our community. Thank you for the opportunity to share tonight.
Absolutely. So that then leaves me with the last 30 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you. The Corridor 4 chapters all through the state of New Jersey is looking forward to doing mentoring. We thank you. God bless, and Omega SciFi till we die.
Good night.